Do I come home with a new fountain pen? I don't think so, but you never know. Oh my god. Some of those have got to come home. Look at the colours.
First step of junk journaling is to get all your junk.
We came back to the pen show for round 2.
I'm getting a flourish.
Look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that just the cutest little ink bottle you've ever seen? I think it's so sweet. We all know how I feel about silver gilding. I feel very positively about silver gilding. Hey, welcome back to the journal vlog. I'm not at home right now. I'm actually in Melbourne, which is another Australian city. If you're not familiar with Aussie geography, it's like quite far away. It's all the way down the bottom of the country, whereas Brisbane's kind of like halfway up the right side. And today I'm going to the Melbourne Pen Stationery Show. I'm so excited. I've come down with some of my stationery friends from Stash Hangs. It is much cooler here in Melbourne town than it is in Brisbane right now, which is filling me with joy. I'm wearing a jumper and tights and I feel so alive. We actually came down yesterday and we've done a little bit of stationery shopping around Melbourne Central, so I have a little bit to catch you up on. Let's check it out. I feel like I should pick one. Our first day was essentially a walking tour of all of Melbourne's best stationery joints, and I think we were all trying to be a little reserved with our spending because we knew we had the pen show coming the following day. I was pretty tempted by Journaly's reading journal inserts. Let me know if you want me to check them out. I didn't buy one though, yet.
Do you want me horizontal? Horizontal's good. I'll take my water bottle.
We were staying on the northern side of Melbourne, close to Queen Victoria Market, so of course that was our first place we stopped in for lunch, and they had some really amazing old vintage ephemera that was fantastic. We didn't buy any though. We did buy things at the other stores we visited though, starting with Milligram. We don't have any of these stores in Brisbane, so it was very exciting for us to get to visit all of these stationery destinations. I'm typically pretty shy about filming in public, but my lovely Jessie was just recording for me so often I didn't even realise, so there's lots of kind of found Erin footage going on here. Thanks, Jessie. Our next port of call was Bookbinders Design, and it's probably my favourite place to look at stationery in Melbourne. It is just such an amazing experience. I don't think any of us had been there before, so it was really exciting to be overwhelmed by all of it together. And it was also a really good opportunity for some of us to stock up on some small items for our Discord Secret Santa exchange, which is happening with my channel members. So if you're a channel member, get in the Discord and join before November 1st. Wait, you should... wait. Oh my god. Some of those have got to come home. Look at the colours.
I'm actually going to buy a couple for the Christmas.
You even slowed down to accommodate us. Thank you. That's so thoughtful. Don't bring out the stationery near the stationery girls if you don't want us to use it. One of the members of our party, Judy, was signed up as a volunteer for the pen show, and they'd put out the call the day before for people to help set up the tables and move some chairs around in the event space so that everything would be ready to go when the vendors arrived, and I had nothing better to do and I was with Judy anyway, so we moved a lot of chairs. It was actually really cool to see behind the scenes of this kind of process. I have been involved in many events but never one of this kind, so it was very fascinating to me to see how it all came together. And added to our walking tour, I managed to hit 20,000 steps that day. I'm pretty happy with that. Good job, Judy.
Thanks, Erin. Good job, Erin.
Ellen, that's what Starbucks called me.
Ellen, your new name officially.
So,
hey, can you do it through this and I'll call this?
Sure. It's a video at the moment. Let me just show it.
Hi.
This is the calm before the storm. Didn't anticipate setting up the pen show, but we did. And I needed the workout, it's fine. Now that you're all up to date, today is the actual show. My lovely Judy is one of the volunteers today. She's off doing stuff. She's had to be there way earlier than me. The other gals are still sleeping, but I got an early bird ticket and I want to be in there early. So I have abandoned them to go get breakfast on my own and get into the show like early. The first hour I think is just the early bird ticket, so I want that quietness. I also want to film a bit for you. So stay tuned. Do I come home with a new fountain pen? I don't think so, but you never know. Famous last words if ever I've heard them. I stumbled across this cafe on my walk to the venue and it just felt like stepping into a journal theme, so I decided this was the perfect place for my breakfast. Just a little vintage floral moment. I just think this would look gorgeous on the pages of my journal, and how gorgeous was my drink. I knew I was going to need fuel because it was going to be a big day. And there was a fairly decent queue outside the venue. There's a line.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, not this time. That's okay. Thanks for playing. There's a fun plastic lens. Hello. It's like hurt monks now.
I throw apples at you. Shiny balls. Sing a song. Thanks, Jessie.
After that early bird hour was up, the show got so busy it was actually quite difficult to move around and see anything, so we left and we went to Muji in Emporium while we waited for our next spot to open.
I got a little bit of ink on my finger.
Nice.
I swatched some blues because Jessie's looking for an obnoxious blue. I got one of the water bottles that we've just decided are like a team thing. We've all got one. I got some of the dotted grid paper with the holes because I want to see if I can cut it down. It's A5, but I want to see if I can cut it down to fit the sticky folder, like the advent calendar folder. I really want to keep the pop way, so I'm going to try that. It's got lots of holes, so I figured that seems like a good plan. Sticky notes because I accidentally ran some of mine through the washing machine last week. I apparently had them in the pocket of my jeans. I don't know why I did that. And then I think this is my last. Perhaps. We got lots of bits of paper. These guys were really interesting. These guys have the bird brand, so all of their stuff is about bird conservation. So I got their stickers. It says on the back it's all about the birds. So I got those, and they gave us some extra stickers too, which must be in there somewhere, of their logo.
Oh, thank you. I didn't get those.
They did. You just didn't hear him when he said, I'll give you some extra stickers.
Oh, thank you. But it's selling me.
They gave me an ink for helping out yesterday. Jackie's laughing because of what it is, because she's already seen it. They actually gave me Ferris wheel press stroke of midnight, which I already have.
You don't have enough Ferris wheel press ink already?
So, and I used it in my October thing. So I think I'm going to put that in my Secret Santa. So whoever I draw for Secret Santa is going to know it is
I
me.
don't steal it
That'll be in
first.
there. And I bought a pen from Peter Lucas, pen turner and calligrapher. He does really cool, like his pens will have stories. He uses foraged items to make them, so he'll use like shells that he finds and stuff. This one is Chewgami paper, which I use in my journal all the time, so I thought that was really apt. I think it's a medium, he said. It's really lovely, and it came with a converter and a pouch. So I'm ready to go, and it's blue. I've been in my blue era this year. So
Same.
that feels good. Very happy. We're going to Fortress to journal.
Out now, and then you get rid of all the trash.
Can you start again?
Okay, first step of junk journaling is to get all your junk. There's an art to getting the junk, as Erin will tell you. I'm very good at asking people for their junk and stealing junk when necessary. So you get all your junk, and then you have to cut out all the trash from the junk. So the stuff you definitely aren't going to use. Start cutting out your elements and throw all the trash in a trash bag. It's important you have a trash bag.
A trash stocking.
Yeah, a trash stocking in this case, because it's an umbrella bag. The shopping centre. Okay, that's step one. I'll come back for step two later. Cut. Okay, so now you prep by, I don't have scissors, so I'm using a ruler, but taking the junk that you want to use out of the junk and then throwing the excess junk in the bin. But you might want to keep a little bit to accent it later, because like you might want to put some of this in the corner to bring it all together. So keep a little bit of the matching junk, but for the most part, you just want to clear your space more, so you want to be tidy, so you've got to get rid of some of your junk to the bin, so that you don't have a big mess. Particularly if you're dealing with like magazines or catalogs, you might want to like chop the colored corners off and stuff, or chop some words out, rip the pages out that you like, but put the rest in the bin.
Naturally, when you've spent the morning at a fountain pen and stationery show, you want to play with the stuff that you just got, right? So we converged on Fortress, which is this awesome fantasy-themed tavern in Melbourne City. Most people go there to play tabletop games and board games, but they were very happy to let us push a couple of tables together and cover it in our journaling junk, which was very kind of them. It became kind of an impromptu journaling meetup. We got to catch up with some friends who are based in Melbourne and some friends who had also come in from out of town. The thing about Fortress is that it's got an awesome vibe. It's very moody inside, but it's also quite dark, and I was getting really sleepy. I did manage to get some of my junk journaling done for the previous day though. I cut some things out of bags and some paper that was underneath my lunch the previous day. Jessie's great at foraging stuff for junk journaling, so she kept reminding me to keep things, which was really helpful. She's got much more of an eye for it than I do. This ended up being the only time that I spent in my journal on the trip. The rest of the time I was out and about doing things, or I was hanging out, or I was sleeping. So I've got some to catch up on. I've kept all of my bits and pieces to do it at home. And I was just having such a moment with these puffy stickers that I got at a promotional brand thing the previous day. I've never put puffy stickers in my journal before, but I actually really enjoyed this. As the afternoon wore on, a few of us started to feel quite brave. We thought maybe the crowds had passed and we were done with our journaling session, so we decided to head back to the fountain pen show and see what was still left over.
We came back to the pen show for round 2. I'm refreshed, I've had some caffeine, and it's much less crazy than it was earlier, which is nice.
Pretty. My colours.
Yeah. That's my perfect bluey green.
We got really silly names at Starbucks yesterday, so we're getting our silly Starbucks names lettered.
As a memory. See how beautiful that is? The colour?
That is really gorgeous.
I think we should go and get tattoos tonight.
Of our names, of our own incorrect names.
Yeah. Jolly forever.
I really like how you've done your connector line from the E.
Sparkly, gold, green, pink,
I mean,
rainbow.
I am absolutely up for that, thank you.
Because you got to have the party colours.
I need to get over my pen squeezing.
Do you hold it on too tight?
Look at that.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that big bump.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I do that too.
You do?
'Cause
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, because it's
look
kind
how
of
pretty.
I'm getting a flourish.
Look how gorgeous that is. Looks like magic coming to life, doesn't it?
Because how fun is this pen?
It is
where
really
you
fun.
literally have one pen, and you could do all kinds of.
What ink do you use there? Is that like just that's a special calligraphy ink?
This is the ink inside. It's really cheap. It's like $3 or something for like 12 colours.
Oh, I gotta record that.
Pilot mixable colours.
Yeah, that's this.
So what do we got?
Alright, so here's the Hannah pen. Just beautiful artwork. Look at this.
That's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. And this one reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, I just finished reading that literally yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet, so that's my next
The
step.
book and the movie are quite different.
I've heard that.
Check this out. Craft
You
Enthusiast
gotta get
Club.
a close up of that one.
Yep.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's gorgeous.
Look, it's your colours too.
It is my colours.
Like
What
that-
do you do with your pins? Do you have a place that you put them?
I don't actually buy pins very often, but I saw this one and I'm like, well, I've got to have that.
So you're about to start. Back of a pencil
That's
case?
right. Back of the pencil case. That sounds good. Look at this kid.
That's really sweet. Oh, you did well.
There you go. That's a little haul.
Oh, thank you. We came for ice cream and Jessie's found some nice treasure to go in the journal. Are you going to do some of the tape? You are? Excellent. You're so much better at this than me. It's too big. It's too big. Oh, you need some of the scissors. I suppose you could like recut it on the edge of this. Yes. Ah! There we go. Okay, can we get ice cream and journal supplies?
No, why not maybe that? Okay, that'll do.
Well done.
Thank you.
This is how we party.
Just slaps.
Our final day in Melbourne was mostly about relaxing, although we did also visit a couple more stationery stores, as well as the State Library of Victoria, which is such a gorgeous building. I'd love to see some of the elements of the architecture in this space turned into a sticker sheet just for me. Hurricane's gone to school, la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la la la. Hurricane knew you would. We're in the State Library of Melbourne, State Library of Melbourne, the State Library of Victoria, and they have a section of books that are about books to celebrate Bookstore Day. But this is one of the categories in the Bewitched Book Challenge. So if you need some inspiration, I mean, you'll only have a few days left of the challenge, but if you see anything you like, well, this looks fun. Aria's Travelling Bookshop. Jessie, oh, but she's taking a photo. I'll get out of her shot.
No, video.
We've made it safely back to Old Brisbane town, and I wanted to show you my Melbourne Pen Stationery Show haul. But first, I want to give the biggest shout out ever to Jackie, Holly, Jessie and Judy, my pen princesses, my stationery ride or dies. Thank you for the most incredible weekend. I had so much fun. I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted today. It's raining in Brisbane. It's very like cold and dreary, which is wild because yesterday it was 37 degrees Celsius and today it's like 23. And I'm grateful because I couldn't have dealt with another hot day and I need this. It's like, it's a good chill day, right? It's a good rest kind of weather. First things first, because we're in our romanticizing era, I racked off, well, I've stained my journal page a little bit here, but I racked off from Melbourne with some flowers that I foraged from the side of the road. I pressed them in some toilet paper. Oh, it doesn't look like that may have been my best decision ever, but I will transfer them into the proper flower press for them to dry out the rest of the way. Oh, that one, I think it was a bougainvillea. Its petals are not doing so great, and I don't know about the other one. Jessie looked it up for me. Can't remember, but those came home. It's all a bit mixed together now because I was just consolidating to pack. I wasn't really like doing the greatest job of keeping everything separate. And also the event space where the pen show was held was kind of like a little cave. It was an underground-ish sort of area and it didn't have the greatest reception. So there were a couple of times my friends spotted me with cash, you know, thanks Judy, appreciate. And then we balanced it out. I would get something on FPOS for her when their FPOS was working. So I guess we'll start with stuff from Saturday. When we landed, we did a little tour of town. I've also got a bunch of stuff just kicking around in here that I would like to use for memory keeping, junk journaling type purposes. Hey Mitsu, what's up mister? Do you want to sit here? I don't remember what came from where, but we visited Bookbinder's Design, which is a dream. That place is incredible. If you're ever in Melbourne, I do very much recommend. You're right, don't walk on my glasses. I do very much recommend checking out Bookbinder's Design. We did also visit Milligram in Melbourne Central, and actually I think I got some of the washies there. I don't remember, pals. That was 3 whole days ago. I got this little selection here. So this one's like a champagne gold kind of a color. I've had the MT metallic ones before and I really liked them. So I think that's very nice. This one's a similar vibe, but it's in a kind of green gold, kind of true gold color rather than champagne-y kind of metallic. I've got 2 solid ones here. This one's kind of a taupe, soft beige, off-white kind of a color, really nice basic, it's written on the packaging. And this one's a cool in-between kind of purple pink, which I think is a really fun color. I don't have anything like that one. And this one's called MT Fab, which is a bit cute. And it's this awesome, I don't know how well it shows up through the plastic. I am too tired to open everything and swatch them to show you. I'm so tired. But it has a really cool kind of gold foil texture. It's a bit uneven. It sort of almost looks like it's antiqued, and I think that's really fun. What brand is this one? Masking tape made in Japan. Mindwave ink, I'm not familiar with this brand. The front gives you a little bit of a peek at the design there, so it's this beautiful kind of dried flower look, which obviously is something that I'm into at the moment. And obviously still in the packaging, but this is a little preview. It's got that fun irregular edge that sort of follows the pattern of the flowers. I think that will be stunning for something vintage looking, which is something that I enjoy. And this one's from BGM. This is kind of a replacement for one in my collection. I have one that is quite similar from London Gifties, and I'm almost out of it. So this one's going to take its spot in my collection. It's this lovely purple with some flowers, pink flowers, and some silver gilding. And we all know how I feel about silver gilding. I feel very positively about silver gilding. So those are my washies. This came from Bookbinder's design as well. This is the Traveler's Notebook Love and Trip design. I am going to take this out of the plastic so you can see better because it's a really cute cover. I have this little blue square watercolor notebook that I've swatched a few things in for reels and such. I took that with me on the trip because I intended to take it to the fountain pen show in case I wanted to swatch anything, but I didn't have the greatest luck with swatches on that watercolor paper, so I thought it would be better to do something with fountain pen friendly paper. So this is a Travelers Company passport size notebook, beautiful red cover. It's got the kitty on it. Of course I was going to be drawn to the one with the kitty on it. A couple of my friends got these from Milligram, but they actually bought all that they had left. So I got this one at Bookbinder's design. It says every traveler's notebook is filled with love. Hopefully this one especially. It has a little twin that's not super related where I was going to show you something else, but I've just realized that I missed a washi tape. So we're going to quickly go back to washi tape. One more MT Fab. This one is a really cool silver metallic, but it fades in a gradient into this kind of green reflection. I'm interested to see what the rest of this one looks like because this is obviously only whatever the circumference of the tape is how much you can see. It seems like it might have, it's very dim in here, but it seems like it might have a bit of a blue reflection to it too, which is fun. That actually is this time all of the washi tapes. Where is my fun thing I want to show you? I found it. It was actually just still in my suitcase. This is my new Lego passport. I'm not really a Lego girly. Jessie and lovely Isel, who we caught up with on the trip as well, told us that the Lego stores have this stamp passport kind of system going on, and they got really excited at the Melbourne Lego store in Melbourne Central. And we're like, oh my god, we can get the passports. So we each got one. They stamped us with all of the Melbourne specific stamps. And then we went to the Star Wars Lego. We didn't actually go into the exhibit, we just went to the cafe and we got the Star Wars stamp as well. I don't know how likely it is that I'll feel this, not especially being a Lego girly, but maybe, you never know. It's actually so fun, and does it not look like the twin of the Traveler's passport size? I just think that's a nice little synergy. I got the ticket for the Fountain Pen and Stationery Show that came with the tote bag, and because I helped them set up the night before, they gave me one of the badges that I think only the volunteers got, maybe? I'm not sure actually, but someone gave me the badge and I love the badge. I'm gonna put it on my Morris vest. And I think the tote bag is great too. It's actually quite big, it's very sturdy. It's got a gusset, it's a good one. I'll be using the heck out of that too. I'm pretty sure these were from Bookbinder's design. It's a washi stickers, flake stickers. I think this is gorgeous. These ones are playing cards and the color palette, blue and gold. Stunning. Those are from BGM, and these ones, Papier Platz flake seal stickers. I should show you the back actually. These ones are more of an academia kind of vibe. Scissors and quills and little ink bottles and pen nibs seemed appropriate for the show, did it not? And the back of the cards one, I think they're just supposed to be playing cards. I don't think they're tarot cards, but I just think they're super pretty. So welcome to the family, to those ones. Actually, also as a gift for helping out with the setup, they gave me an ink, a full-size ink, and I think it's quite funny because it's Ferris Wheel Press's Stroke of Midnight, which I already have a full-size bottle of. I actually used it in my October setup. So this is going to go into my Secret Santa, and if you get a full-size Stroke of Midnight in your Secret Santa, you'll know it was from me. Spoilers. This one is adorable. It's a tiny letter stamp set, and you know how much I love a letter stamp, but I only have bigger ones, so this size I think is going to be so cool for headings for months and stuff like that. Maybe in the mystery journal, because I haven't finished setting the next one up yet. It'll be really fun to do smaller headings. I'll just use it with my paint markers, maybe with the good VersaFine stamp pad. This one is from, the QR code says kodomonokao.com. It says Petit Moji stamp set on the side, although it's got the QR code over. Creating stamp life is what it says on the packaging. I think we're getting into actual pen show stuff. I think that's almost all of the things I got elsewhere, except for Muji. I just got a couple of things at Muji. One of them was a water bottle that I already showed you some of my Muji stuff, I think. I actually picked this one up thinking I never have yellow, and sometimes people request yellow themes and I'm like, I don't have anything yellow. And I thought, well, that's yellow. And I put it back because I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then Jessie bought it for me, which was really sweet. This is the Muji perforated sticky note roll. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I imagine it would function similarly to washi tape. I don't know, I'll have to give it a go to find out. I also got just some regular sticky notes because, fun story, the ones I was using for setup for the mystery journal, I must have put in my pocket and then they accidentally went through the wash and I ruined them. So I needed some new sticky notes. I don't really need them, I have a lot, but I wanted some more sticky notes. And this one I think is really interesting. This is the A5 dotted loose leaf Muji paper with the binder holes down the sides in a bunch of different sizes. My plan for this is actually to cut it down to A6 with a guillotine and see if I can make it fit in my sticky binders, because I think that would be a cool way to repurpose it. They had inserts for binders and things that would hold things that I think would be really useful, but the A6 size of the sticky binders makes that kind of tricky. Like, you can't cut down a plastic pouch really to fit, but you can cut down paper. So I'm gonna give that a go at some point, not right now. Also, while we were in Melbourne Central, they were doing like a Lana Lips Mecca crossover kind of pop-up event, and they were giving away the Lana Lips festive season exclusive minis, and they gave us a sticker sheet of puffy stickers along with that, which I put in my journal when I did my little Fortress junk journaling spread. I wouldn't normally put puffy stickers in the journal, but it's already this vast. It's like, it's a chonker. So I was like, let's just go for it. So they're in here, just having a good time. They're very, let me show you from the side, not my eyeballs. They're very textured. I don't know, there's something about them. I really like them. It's like pushing buttons. I don't know what to tell you. I really think they're fun. And this is important for later. At one point we went to Starbucks and everyone got a new name except for Jessie and Holly. Their names were normal, but everyone else got a new name, and mine is Ellen, spelled thus. I believe there was actually someone at the Fountain Pen and Stationery Show whose name is Ellen and it is spelled that way. It wasn't me, but it is now my name also, and that will come up later. You've already seen it. I keep forgetting you've already seen it, but I'll show you properly in a sec. Then we're on to the stuff from the actual Fountain Pen and Stationery Show. This little set was the one from Lifer. So Lifer's whole deal is bird conservation. I'll have to check out their website and find out exactly how they do this, but they're all about the birds, especially the Aussie birds, the native birds. I got the notebook and the sticker sheet, and they had a cool thing going where if you got both, it was $25, but you could join the game where you drop the feather or throw the feather, and where they land there was like a Willy Wonka kind of like golden ticket underneath, and you could get $5 off if you won the game. I didn't win the game, but I had a good time playing. So bird stickers, little notebook. This is one of those cool stone paper ones. It can be any kind of journal, but I think on the back of their little sleeve here it says, this is your life a field notepad, a classic bird list journal, or a versatile everyday notepad to jot down any notes, sketches, and daily musings. And we've got a nice little dotted lined page here. It's not like a dot grid or anything, it's just the lines on the page are made up of dots rather than solid lines. And at the top you've got title, you've got day of the week, date, and there's the little lifer bird in the middle. And they also have apparel, they have t-shirts and stuff too. From Fiona Arriva, I got this gorgeous wax seal stamp head. It's a keyhole, it's so lovely and ornate. I just think it's beautiful. Can I open this up and show you closer? I can. Check that out. I think that's gorgeous. I don't have very many wax seal stamp heads, and a couple of the ones I do have are like the basic, this came with your set kind of things, and they're not that pretty, so excited to have a really pretty one. And I got this lovely writing set with this beautiful soft floral design on it. The scalloped edges I think are super pretty. I have a business card here somewhere for the maker of this pen, and I'd like to find it so I can tell you who made it, because his stuff is so cool. Oh, I also got this lovely little thank you card from Fiona Arriva. Maybe I put it in the journal. No? Yes, I did. I put it in the journal. This one is a hand-turned wooden pen from Peter Lucas. His business was just so fascinating to me. He uses a lot of foraged and found objects to make his fountain pens, especially like pieces of wood or like power shell that he found on a beach in New Zealand and things like that. And this one, this gorgeous little beast right here that is now part of my collection, is actually Chiyogami paper, which is so cool. And I use a lot of Chiyogami paper, origami paper type stuff in my bullet journal. It's a really easy way to get pretty decoration on the page in a paper form that's quite thin, so it doesn't bulk up your journal too much. So that felt really apt. And blue is my favorite color, so I just thought this pen was too gorgeous, and now she is mine. Don't know yet what I'll put in this one, but do you think this feels, I mean, it's floral. Is it feeling springtime? Is this gonna be my November pen? I've been using the Pilot Prera through October with the Wearingeul Frankenstein ink in, so maybe this will be the pen that I use as my go-to daily writing pen in November. And I'll ink it up with something that feels appropriate, but maybe it's a summer pen. Maybe it feels like a summer pen. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. It also came with a lovely little pouch, so I'm just gonna put it back in there. Keep it secret, keep it safe. I grabbed a set of 3 calligraphy dip nibs, speedball ones. These are broad nibs, so they're intended for the types of calligraphy where you need that broad stroke. So they're actually listed on the back here. But things like uncial and Gothic and italic, which is a style of calligraphy that I've been working on for about a year now. I could stand to practice more. I wasn't sure what nib size I should go with, so I got this little set of 3 1mm, 2mm, and 3mm nibs in there. And I will just use those with my existing dip pen handle. Thus far, I've been working with a really cheap set of dip nibs that I got on Amazon that I don't think are very good. And I think that's why every time I've tried to like clean them or burn them or shove them in a potato or whatever to prepare them for use, they still like don't work that well. And people say, you need to clean your nibs. And I'm like, I have. Now I have speedballs. Hopefully that means it's not a problem anymore. We'll see. Maybe I'm the problem. Who knows? We'll find out. On a similar note, I also grabbed, I've actually got 2 here. One of these is Judy's. I need to make sure it gets to her. This is the Pilot Parallel pen with parallel plate nib. And I was influenced to get this and also the next thing by the lovely Tish, who did my beautiful Starbucks name calligraphy nameplate here. She's from the Calligraphy Society of Victoria. And she was so friendly and so knowledgeable and so happy to share her knowledge. It was amazing. So this is somewhat italic calligraphy, although the way she's approached the E is not like a traditional italic kind of E, but I love it. I love the way she did the connecting line from the lowercase e into the N from the center of the letter. I just think that's so much prettier than if you try and bring it from the bottom, like the tail of the E down here up to the N like that. I think that's really nice. And she was saying she likes to connect her italic letters, whereas I was taught by the teacher I took my classes from that you should keep them separate. I've always liked them better connected, so it's nice to have permission from someone who is more knowledgeable than me to do that. But we asked her, like, what are you using? What inks are you using? Like, how is this all working? And she was using one of these. She was like, I really like the parallel pens, and I really like them with the Pilot mixable inks, which are these ones. And she said she'd had them for like 7 years, and she was like, my grandchildren will probably inherit these from me because I've used so little. And I use them all the time. So I was like, clearly I need that combo. And Judy was with me at the time and she was also sold, so she got one of these as well. But she had just bought me something at a place that wasn't taking cards. She'd paid for something with cash on my behalf, so I got these for her, which is why they're in with my stuff. I'm so excited about this. And these actually use a cartridge. Like, you don't have to dip the pen all the time, which I think is really cool. 2-way widths of stroke function. So I guess that's just the direction that you turn the nib. The nib is 1.5 mil. There was a bigger one too, but I was like, I'm not gonna need to write at this size very often. So I think 1.5 will do me. It's still pretty big. And the thing that Judy got for me, that she paid cash when mine wasn't working, is this ink. This is the Hachimonjia. I think it was exclusive to the show. They had 2. This was one of them. The other one was sold out, and it's a peach. Momo. It's peach ink. Let's have a look, because I know I haven't actually opened this yet, but I've seen other people have some little photos of these and I think they're freaking gorgeous. So I can't wait to see it myself. I'm trying not to wreck the box because the box is really cute. And I'd like to put part of it in my journal too. It's a little jam jar. Isn't that just the cutest little ink bottle you've ever seen? I think it's so sweet. Seems perfect for springtime, does it not? So maybe that with the pen I showed you just before, or do they not feel like a match? I'm not sure, but like, let me give it a little twist and you can see that. Can you see it here on this angle? Look at that swirl from the the shimmer and the ink, oh, that is beautiful. I haven't swatched this yet. I'll be a little sad to take this off, honestly, but if I tip it upside down, you can see all the gold on the bottom there. That's gonna be so pretty. And then over at Pulp Addiction, they had this bowl full of tiny little sample size inks like this one. And my friend Holly made out like a bandit. She got in there early, which was smart. I didn't know about it, so I didn't get in there until much later when we went back for round 2, once things had calmed down a little bit. And this was the only ink left in the bowl, so I was like, I will snaffle it. I think they were $5 each for these little ones. This is Diamine Cozy Up, which from the color of the label and from what I can see through the packaging is gonna be kind of a deep red, maybe? Maybe not that deep, because obviously saturation looks more saturated when it's in this kind of condensed amount, you know, but I don't typically have a lot of that kind of color, so that's cool. Maybe that should be my December ink for Christmas, although I'm not planning on doing like a red theme in my journal, so maybe not. We'll see. That's all I bought physically in store in Melbourne, but I was looking when I was walking past the So and So stall with Judy. I saw one of their beautiful sailor pens, the ones with the gold nib. It wasn't even that drew me in, it was just the pens looked really pretty. When I got closer, some of them were cinema roll, like Sanrio tie-ins, and I was like, oh, that's not really for me. It's cute, but it's not really for me. But one of them wasn't branded, it was just beautiful. And so I asked them how much for this one, and they were like $650 or something like that. And I was like, okay, great, thank you so much. And I put it back and I walked away. And I have no regrets about that. From where I am in my life with my fountain pen journey, that is way too much money to spend on a single pen. And Judy was like, Erin, if you really want a sailor with a gold nib, I can show you where I got mine. It was a lot cheaper than that. And I was like, yes, please, Judy, that would be great. And she sent me a link and it was like $137 or something for this beautiful mint green, gorgeous sailor with a gold nib. And I was like, are you kidding me? Today's fountain pen day. Like, today's the day in my head that I was going to be doing my spending on fountain pens. And if I don't do it now, I'll not do it. So I bought that online on the spot. It hasn't arrived yet. It's being shipped to me. It should arrive early November. I will show you when it does. It is going to be so beautiful. I'm very excited about that one, actually. So I suppose technically I bought 3 pens. I bought the Chiyogami pen from Peter Lucas. I bought the Sailor online, and I bought the Parallel pen. Somewhat 6 pens if you count the nibs as pens, but I think I did pretty well. I didn't go in expecting to spend quite this much money, if I'm being totally honest, but you do get swept up in the event, and it was so much fun, and I'm very lucky that I can claim all of this as business expenses, so that helps too. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I hope you had a good time looking through my stationery haul and experiencing the show through me. If you were there, I hope you had a good time reliving it, and if not, I hope you liked living vicariously. I need to get myself back into work mode now. Coming up just in the next week, we're gonna have the new mystery journal go live, and the giveaway for that is going to open, which is really exciting. And I'm gonna be sharing my new reading journal setup with you too, which I haven't filmed yet, but I will by the time you see it later in the week. If you enjoyed the vlog, I'm doing one of these every week at the moment. Usually it's monthly, but this is like my Vlogmas thing. Like October, November, December, we're doing a vlog every week. So if you had a good time and you want to hang out some more, here is a link to a playlist of all of my previous vlogs, and under that is a link to another video YouTube thinks you might enjoy.